pretty good feeling, a nice atmosphere here in Nigeria, and the brightness of the day is really enticing. We are all happy. Reason being that whenever we are moved to do what is right, even if it is not yet clearly seen by others who are not seeing it that way, it doesn't really change a thing. And for the fact that you are continually doing what you know is the best thing. The reason why you have to continue to do it will continue to unfold on a daily basis because you are not giving up. This is me, Amechi Eke, one of the many broadcasters talking about TBC around the world. To my fellow broadcasters, they never say die spirit in the community. You have this hand. Please continue with what you are doing. And in no time, you are going to reap in bountiful fold because TBC is huge. TBC is real. TBC is great. But many are not seeing it that way. Many are getting it wrong. But how I wish that they get it right and actually open their eyes to see what they have in TBC. It's another bright opportunity, a great opportunity, bright day for us to get talking about what we have always been talking about. This is me, and you always know we don't need to look face. We have to state facts the way it is. We have to state facts the way they are, so that things will always remain strengthened up. And strengthened up they will always be as long as we are following the rules and playing by the game. So, may I quickly remind us here that TBC started in the year 2016. And if you also want to know, TBC is not the only thing that the admin has ventured into all through his or her life. But for the fact that TBC has been on since 2016 up to date, and instead of getting down because of different people clamoring for different things, instead of TBC crumbling down, TBC continued to move steadily. That shows that something is really working for the good of TBC. So if we are to get going, we always have in the back of our mind that struggle is part of living. Okay? When you don't struggle it out, you remain where you are. And when you allow skeptics to get better part of you, you end up regretting your life because you'll be wondering whether this is the right or that is the wrong or things like that. So, folks, it's always good for us to get going. So, I want you to please listen, as I always have something meaningful to say. It may not be to all, but for you, having chosen to listen to me, you're not going to be disappointed because you will learn so many things that will help you to stay put and make good use of your opportunity or the opportunity you have in TBC. I start by saying that many people may eventually regret big time by not following instructions of the admin. Those people who choose to give their attention to follow those who are carving out their own directives, bringing out their own platform or whatsoever, something different from TBC, their regret is going to be very, very huge at the end of the day because they don't know what they're doing. TBC is not telling us not to do any other thing, but don't come as a way of trying to counteract the good plans that are already down for TBC. If you are doing that, you are just openly showing yourself to be a scammer. And good enough, TBC community, the real members, have already know that TBC is real. So this we can see from what the structures of the TBC. The admin have proven over time that TBC is not just all about money, especially in this early stage. Some members prefer to turn blind eye to that very aspect that TBC is not about making money. TBC gives you money. TBC gives you more than money. But as it stands now, you have to work. Okay? You have to work by helping others to embrace the abundance mindset. It's not just about how much do I make immediately now. If you base it on that way, you are going to be disappointed big time. But those who still know the rules of the game are raking in millions, even while helping others to understand what is happening. So those who are looking at admin as if he's speaking French or he's speaking Latin, they are just there deceiving themselves. But unknown to this set of people, TBC is already giving signs of what it truly is, making changes in the lives of the serious promoters, even while those who are thinking otherwise, they are still playing the masters of the game, empty pockets. Showing, hey, admin, you don't know how to do this. Admin, why have you kept us for this long and this and that? TBC is there towards getting to 1 billion member, and we are just about 3.4 thereabout million members, and people are already clamoring. So if you see TBC to be just something you can quickly do and make money and run off, it is not for you. There are other opportunities which are very good in doing that. So as for TBC is something great. It's a huge project. So if you don't have that stable mindset of following TBC to the core and trying to understand what it is, you may end up being disappointed. So folks, try to understand TBC, and when you do, you will not regret it. I always see myself talking about TBC, and not just talking about TBC, but talking about being much concerned on people who seem not to understand TBC, even though they are there. What these people are playing with is going to be a very big surprise when they will wake up one day and see TBC being sought after by millions of people. They'll be wondering, how come this number just rose overnight? They'll be wondering, how come this steady inflow in TBC? The reason why they'll be wondering is that they never cared enough. They never spent enough time to really understand what TBC is. So by the time the true picture of TBC gets open, as it's already happening now, many are going to regret big time. But I wish you're not going to be one of them, because commitment has a whole lot to play in life of all those who are serious with what they're doing. So it is in that time when they wake up to see that something strange, huge is happening in the community. Most of the present structure that the people are seeing in TBC today, they're just taking it for fun, but not knowing that none of these structures that TBC is having today is without genuine reason. So TBC is busy stabilizing, making things to work. So we need to get serious with what we're doing. We need to ignore the fact that some are calling you names. Ignore the fact that some are calling you names and get more serious with the campaign, because you are building for yourself and others strong economy that the world has never known. You are doing something huge that the world has never dreamt of. So my advice for all of us is that share the gift and keep your cement wet as we collectively build the community. Keep your cement wet. When I use that word, keeping our cement wet, we need to constantly make it open to those we are bringing into the community that something as this, look at the way we are going to do it. Okay? The admin fee of the $25 per month, this is the best way to have it paid. You are coming in now, you are not paying anything, but make sure that on the first or the very next month, you are going to pay this admin fee. And how are you going to pay it? By having others explaining the same principles guiding the very community. That is, when they pay from their own, admin will make it easier for you to have your own paid. So we have something very great in the community. And again, some people don't know that admin is not sleeping. Admin knows what he's doing. But there is another thing that admin is going to do, and we want admin to do it that way, because if the scammers and discounters are allowed free hand in the community, these are the ones not doing anything to pay their admin fee. Admin has stated very clear that it's not going to take anyone's coins or whatsoever because the policy was void somehow. But the main thing admin is going to do is that a limit to transactions is going to be placed on all those who are not paying their admin fee. And by so doing, those scammers who are busy selling wallets, those scammers who are busy discounting TBC will not find it easy to do. So admin is making sure that those things are going to come up very soon on the blog. And the system will make it very, very plain that if you are not paying your monthly admin fee, look at the limitations that is going to be placed on your account. These people need to know that they have to do it because admin want all hands to be on deck. As we build TBC collectively and unitedly, we will be proud to say, yes, we contributed our own quota. We did all that was required to get us going in this great community. Forget about the fact that people are running here and there. If they see this, they jump. If they see the other one, they jump. Anyone that is focused in life, I've seen it played out on the lives of real and serious members of the TBC community. TBC doesn't stop you from doing any other thing, but make sure you don't go about jumping here and there, making things to be difficult for yourself unnecessarily. And when we are talking about making things to be difficult for ourselves unnecessarily, we have to expatiate much on that. So, folks, talking about remaining focused in life, TBC is not the only thing that one can do, but TBC definitely gives us huge opportunity, which we can conveniently make money from if we are serious about it. I used to think, and I'm seeing it, it's not a just matter of thinking. Those things that you've left, those things that you've run away from, be it an opportunity, be it business, be it what we were doing before. Take for instance, there was a time I belonged to one multi-level marketing company. I did it for some time. In fact, it was even for some years. Okay? I made some money. I lost some money. At a point, I can't see myself doing too well or succeeding in it. It becomes so difficult, and eventually, I have to leave. But did you know one thing? That company I left, they are into nutritional products. Okay? Do you know that up till date, I still use their product? Why? Even though I'm no longer there, but I still use their product. Showing that for the fact that I cannot do it, there are those who are doing it. There are those who have been there. Some have left. There are many others who have joined and are doing equally well, and they are still old members. Okay? I once operated what is known as a tricycle. Keke Mawa, let me use it in that language. Those of you will know. We didn't just fly to where we are presently. We all of us had our history. We had our past. Okay? So while working as a tricycle operator, sometimes when I enjoy, I'll just be thinking, wow, how long is it going to be? In fact, I'm just tired of this kind of life. Why am I even, what is all this? A particular day that I was busy talking about this, a friend who just, anyway, let me say just a friend because we are all friends. A friend just came into my keke. I was just thinking, so while we are just busy, narrating our experiences, he said, my guy, God don't bless me. God don't bless me. I was surprised. So what do you mean? Say, do you know that God just looked at me and helped me to get this keke? I was taken aback. I was there bemoaning my life that why will God allow me to be operating keke? But someone now is telling me that God loved him so much and that's why God gave him that keke that he's driving. You look at life. You look at life. I'm no longer operating keke, so to say. For years, I've left it. But today, I still enter keke if it calls for that. Why? Because others are still busy operating it. And they are taking care of their family with it. So it happens. That is just the way it appears in everything we are doing in this life. For the fact that you are not doing a particular thing doesn't mean that that thing is not working. It's just what you give your mind to, what you allow to make more sense to you. So if you look at TBC as something huge, you try to understand all the areas that you need to have it make more meaningful to you. Okay? So when we are giving into opportunity, we need to appreciate it. And what I have seen in TBC is that it is not just one area. It is so versatile, it's so huge that the more you stay in TBC, the more you understand. The more you try to apply what you learn, the more other avenues for improvement comes in. And the more you have reason for doing what you're doing. Forget the fact that people will talk. Yes, people has been talking. It didn't start today. But for the fact that they are talking, that means you are living. Because if you are not alive, you will not hear anybody talk about what you're doing. Okay? I told somebody about TBC. And the person went behind to find out what TBC is really about from someone else. And that person ended up discouraging him from doing TBC. But the same person who I told about TBC came to beg me for money. In fact, as I'm speaking now, he's still owing me. To them, Amaechi has money. Whenever I go to him, I say, look, it's not. So I don't need to go talking about TBC because TBC to him doesn't make sense. Forgetting that if he is to tell himself the reality, that person who discouraged him from getting involved in TBC ought to have. So don't mind that guy, just come, I'll give you this money. But he can't even go to him to ask him for money. So we just need to appreciate what we are doing. We just need to appreciate what TBC admin is doing. And the more we give in TBC by doing all that is required of us, when we are paying our admin fee, it is expected that we pay it. But the reason why it is because is that some of our cement are not wet enough and they cannot hold the bricks together. That means most of our downlines, they are not seeing reasons. They are saying that they are poor. But the poor, you want to get out of poverty. You want to get out of something that is not serving you well. So one post in the blog says, undesirable result leads to opportunity for improvement. So once we have discovered that it didn't serve us well, we need to improve. And how do we improve? We go about talking to others. Okay? TBC is very huge, and the more we go about, the more we help people realize what they have, the more we help them understand the reality on ground, what is happening in cryptocurrency. Is that going to happen to cryptocurrency in the world? They will jump in. Forget the fact that many are not seeing it yet, but they are definitely going to see it. Okay? It is not the issue of, hey, I don't know computer, I don't know how to press phone, I don't know much about internet, I don't know this, I don't know that. Yes, if you remember here in Nigeria, the feelings we had initially when GSM came in, we understand that just time settles all form of problems. So folks, let us be willing enough to do the needful in TBC. Let us get going. Let us not look back and start believing or choose to listen to those who have made up their mind that TBC is not working. It is not working for them. But for the fact that it's not working for them, that is not going to make it not to work for me. It is working for me and it will work for me. And I believe strongly that it will continue to improve. So let us do our best in the community. Let us not listen to those who don't understand it. Let us try to understand it more deeper, because when we do, we reap huge benefit in TBC community, because admin is working hard. And very soon, we are already seeing it. By the time the transaction limitation is placed on those who are not paying their admin fee and other restrictions, they will now wake up to see that, yes, actually, we've been doing ourselves. It's not that we don't have this money. Even if I don't have this money, can't I talk to somebody? Can't I recruit others? We are saying that it is difficult. It is difficult because, yes, it is difficult when we allow it to remain so. But since it is difficult, that is why we put pressure. We try to add more strength into that which we are doing. The billionaires and millionaires today, they are not sleeping. They are working. And if you have tasted the bad side of poverty, it's very shameful. It makes a man to weep. It makes a man to cry like a small child, even though you may not see the tear, but within, you see a grown-up man begging, "Oh, friend, can you please this and that?" So we don't need to allow this to continue. TBC has given us a platform to come out openly and do our best to support the community. And when we do that, we are going to see so many things happening. Admin has given us the platform to do just that. Admin has also come up with a policy that will help us to achieve it fast. But we are also saying that it is difficult. But folks, nothing is worthwhile except it is difficult. Let us know that life is free, but to sustain the life which is free is not without cost. There is no free food, even in Freetown. By the time we step up and tell ourselves the simple truth that this is work that needs to be done, that time we see something change in the community. This is me, Amechi. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.